What up, Shady Sports Network? I'm here tonight with a very special guest, offensive lineman, Mr. Jared Kikel. Jared, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing yourself?
I'm doing good. Really excited to have you on. So, you just mentioned, obviously, off camera, that you're signed with the Idaho Horsemen for the 2024 season. Idaho is a new organization in the NAL, but they're an established organization. A lot of these teams are unestablished. How important was it going into free agency to sign with a team that has a good backing?
Um, for me, it's a thing that's really important. I've been around a while and in semi-pro and just kind of dipping my feet into the arena football with my last season. But I've been around teams that are kind of just getting off the ground their first year, and it's a wild ride for the whole season. There's so many ups and downs and so much adversity you got to overcome with being on a team that's like that. So just being on an established team already that has that name and build, and it makes things it's a transition a lot smoother.
And your owner and coach, Chris Reynolds, was actually the commissioner of the AWFC. So he has experience in management and knowing how to run a bigger. I know you had an opportunity with the AWFC too. So how much important was that AWFC connection to you?
Um, it was true. I mean, uh, I got this deal from my former coach Chuck Jones, who's now the coach in the AFL for the Bears. So he sent me Chris's way. I mean, I was already part of the Oregon team, and we've played Idaho a couple times, and they knew me, they seen me, and they seen my play style. So, I mean, the connection is just right there, especially with the jump that they made to the new league. With the Horsemen going up. I mean, it was kind of destined. It was lined up. So it was just something that was kind of on the back burner.
Definitely, you had it in the works and you were able to cook it up finally. So kind of going back here, take me through your journey up until this point.
Um, Man, I actually started football late. I didn't start playing football until uh, as late as sixth grade. I know some people start earlier. A lot of people out in the South. I had to move around a lot. My mom was military, so it took a while to get somewhere where I can really, settle down. From there, took off high school, started off varsity in Washington State out at River Ridge High School. That's in Lacey. That's stomping grounds for me. Moved on quite a bit, but I finished out in North Thurston in the same area. I finished out there. I also had a year out in Texas in high school too, at Killeen. So like I said, I bounced around a lot. Started my semi-pro out here in Washington, and I got my jump last season to the arena, um, and that was for 2023. So that's kind of my little timeline of things. The past 4 years from today, I was in the Navy, so it was kind of a juggling act. I was playing for semi-pro and then playing for arena, being in the military, and then I was also like coaching high school and middle school football. So yeah, I was doing a lot, trying to just stay in football because that's my identity is football. That's how I see it.
And that's quite a journey for sure. And that was actually my next question about you being in the military. I mean, being in the military is really difficult, but at a young age, I think it's so mentally taxing to have to be able to constantly adjust where you're at and figure out how you're going to get through different situations with being so young and almost naive. How were you able to work through all that?
Man, I tell you, it's one thing to do it in the military. You don't get paid as much. Like, it's taxing. It's super taxing. You got a family to take care of. Um, I could compare it to like if someone was like in the NFL or how I'm doing now, and I'm trying to, get to these teams, and you got to bounce around. You want to go to a good team, you might have to go out of state. So if I could compare it, it would be better making that more money while doing it. I just didn't make enough in the military. It was way too much for me. I'm glad I'm out. Now I'm trying to chase this dream. So that's what it's about.
For sure, it's important to kind of abandon it and move on to greater things. When right now in the off season, you're training, you're getting ready for this upcoming run with the Horsemen. Have you thought about the opportunity of playing in Europe or overseas?
Um, I have, but that's something I talk over with my family. Um, it's just if he's right, if everything is right, I got to look over like contracts and everything myself. Uh, I need to get an agent for it. So trying to do all this stuff is still taxing to me, because I got to go through the ins and out of everything and watch my own back. So it's always been a thought, but I just haven't followed through with anything like that yet. I haven't got an offer for something overseas. So I think as far as I got is out out towards Texas. Texas is like the furthest out from the West Coast that I've got offered.
Okay, so you're still in that process, and it'll kind of evolve as it goes on as time goes. Big part of the off season, other than free agency, is kind of developing your physical attributes to separate yourself from your peers. Where are you at physically, and how do you think you can improve from now to the season?
Where I'm at, physically, I feel great. I'm in great shape. I've been working since the off season. Since I just came off playing a back-to-back season for two different teams. I'm nonstop working every day. Wake up, start off work at the house, home gym, to the gym. You know, um, it's constant work every day. So my shape, I'm consistently getting better and better at my craft. I'm just working on the mechanics, the physical. Yeah, that's already there. That's something that you can't teach. That's something that I got that, that's there. I'm working on every little technical part to make me that much better.
And a big part of your journey overall, I see on Facebook, it's your significant other and your family. Talk about them and how much they've helped you through the journey.
Oh man, my wife. I have two beautiful kids. I have a third on the way. That's my biggest support system, and they support everything I do. I couldn't have made it through my military career without them. I wouldn't even be playing football without them. If if they didn't support me doing it and they didn't want me to do it, I don't know if I could do it. I at the cost of my family, I'd have to give it up. But thankfully, you know, they see that I can go somewhere with it along with other people. So I'm glad I have them here. I'm glad they're pushing 100% for me to do this. And, it just takes that stress off my back. Like, I don't have to think like, am I, worrying them, if I'm going to be gone, are they going to miss me too much? They're telling me go. So I'm on the way. I got them right there in my corner.
I can just see it, in your voice and how much it means to you. Like, this is a huge thing. You have a whole family that you're responsible for, and you're trying to live out your dream. It's a balancing act for sure, like you mentioned. Yeah, it's been great hearing your story, having you on the show tonight. Coming up on my couple final questions. Nowadays, you see the NIL, you see the transfer portal, and you see a guy like you who's out there grinding. And then you see kids who are just complacent, lazy, and they don't want to put the extra effort in. What do you think the biggest problem today is that kind of stopping the youth from living out their full potential?
Um, it's just that process of weeding people out. There's people here who, I've seen it. I've been on semi-pro teams where people are just there to play, and some people are just starting there. There are people who are just starting there that want to take it serious, that try to go next level, but you're playing with people who are just there to have fun, so they don't take it as serious as you, and you can't mix the two. So I've been there and I've felt that, and it's not the best feeling to know that you got people on your team that or there's people around you in the area that are trying to do what you're doing, but they're not giving it that effort because is that's just them. I've been there. I can't stand it. I don't know what people can do to fix it. To be honest, all I say is focus yourself. If you're not one of those people, get out there and grind. That's what I got to do every day. My mom told me that every day. There's someone out there that's doing more than you. Even if you feel you're doing the most, it might be someone out there doing more than you. So get up and do more. That's how I look at it.
Without a doubt. Man, appreciate it. I appreciate your time coming on the show, and I wish you the best of luck in your future. My final question for you tonight is where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years, and how do you plan to not only build your brand, but help build your family along with it?
Oh man, my next 3 to 5 years, I'm shooting. My goal for right now is minimal practice squad for any NFL team. That's the minimal goal. Top goal, 1 year deal for any NFL team. That's in the 3 to 5 years. These next 1 to 2 years, I'm just grinding. I'm straight grinding. I'm trying to find the best deal, the best fit for me and my family, the best place to go, and I'm pushing from there. I'm pushing for those two goals right there. Practice squad, 1 year deal, full sign on, get that NFL right there so you can see it.
Well, you're the captain of your ship, man. Continue to push, continue to grind, and I look forward to watching you in 2024.
All right.